He'll try and run for this with Henry.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. Back deep for the Saints, it's Rashid Shaheed. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he is right up there in touchdown passes, as you see on that graphic, currently second in the NFL at this point in the season. Back to throw here to begin the drive. His pass taken in by Shaheed.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, New Orleans. His 12th touchdown of the year. The tight end using the middle of the field. I got a tight end next to me who's caught 60 NFL touchdowns, knows how to operate down in those spaces.
And that was my favorite place to operate, Mike. I always had this rule: the closer you got to the middle of the field, the worse they got at defending the pass. So that's where I wanted to work, and that's where this guy was working and leads himself to a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown, in time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They bring Chase in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. Here's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Open man. Downfield. Chase has it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Jackson up top again. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will move out to a 14-7 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Britton Covey now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. A give, and here comes Harris. And a good run there on second down. A pick up 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try to run for it with Harris. And he should have it up there for the first down. Take it up to the 43-yard line.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Brought in by Chris Olave. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Second down and 3. Shotgun snap, and they give it to Harris. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Throwing now from the gun. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here now, 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. His second grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. Shaheed with the catch. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. They send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Harris. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. That is caught, and he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Half yard, that's all they need on this 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris, and he will dive into the end zone. Najee Harris, touchdown Saints. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. On 1st and 10, Jackson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Now it's Jackson. The middle of the field. That's taken in by Chase. And he will score. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Ravens. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense and running back Najee Harris getting set to take over once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this on the ground, and it's Harris. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now, faking the give. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. A pass taken in by Miller. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 43-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll look to throw. That's taken in. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Ravens offense and Ja'Marr Chase getting set for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Second down. Jackson gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag there on the play. I think that's going to be holding on the offense. Here's the punter now. And remember, his first was blocked. He's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Saints offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
They'll throw out of the gun. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Saints going to use their second timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to the air one more time. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A design run here with Jackson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We will begin up near the Florida-Georgia state line, an AFC South matchup, pitting Houston against Jacksonville. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. It's C.J. Stroud with 3. Count them, 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to...
And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Here comes Ford on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. He'll run. This is Jerome Ford. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
On 3rd down, Jackson. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Ravens bring their punt team out. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Saints offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
So you decide to put the ball in the air deep in your own end zone. That's fine. But the internal clock of the quarterback, it's got to speed up even a little bit more. You cannot hold the ball in this part of the field. And tell you what, he takes the sack, but he's lucky it wasn't a safety.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From his own end zone, he'll set up to throw. A pass taken in by Harris. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 95 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a 1st down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here comes Ford on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Ravens offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. A first down throw for Jackson. That's caught by Ford. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing Jackson. That one finds Chase. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On play action, here's Jackson. He's got it at the 7. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone as it's 1st and goal.
He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Now, Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Jackson. That is caught by the tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens go up by 7, 28-21. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Covey now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At their 49-yard line.
On the give, it's Harris. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 3rd and 5.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Saints will punt this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big, forcing 4th down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
We're about ready now for the punt. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. This throw left side taken in by Johnson. He's taken down but just shy of midfield. They'll come up here 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kendre Miller. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, he'll throw to the end zone. It's intercepted.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
The visitors' offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. They bring Chase in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8.